I'm 29, which I am almost 30. There is still hope for me to find myself another woman, but when I try to talk to women online, such as dating apps or other social medias or in person, they don't have any kind of interest in me. All I got is rejection after rejection from many women here and there. I feel like I'm just the ugliest man in the planet. It's hard for me to interact with women who might end up rejecting me because my interest is I like to do YouTube, I like to photograph, I like to do gaming, live stream, I like anime, I like K-pop, I like pets. Right now I have a cat. I don't have a dog right now. And I also like to get into skincare, which is why I decided I want to do something to my face, like get clear skin or whatever. Okay, so I do really want to talk about my relationship experience with women, but it's not going to be all detailed because everything that I'm going to be talking about was very personal and I don't want to call out no names. And I'm not going to get involved with this sort of behavior going on. So the very first girl that I met was since middle school. We had fun in middle school. We love, we laugh, and we'd be happy together. And we've been talking about our future together. It happened since November of 2009, but then a couple months later, since March, things went badly, ended. And it was so hard to connect because we were so young and it turned out to be sour and we were talking shit to each other at lunchtime. It is what it is. And I did not make any interactions with any women at high school until I did complete high school. And then I went to college in my first year when I used to take graphic design. And then during break time or study time, I met this one college girl that I used to meet. She's a year older than me. And I just started dating her when I was like 19. That happened since March of 2016. And we were just talking about our personal lives. And we were just talking about some art, drawing, and other stuff. And that second girlfriend and I have things in common. Like we like drawings, we like anime, we like gaming, and we like underrated shows that we like to watch. But after a couple months later, until August, I got into a bad breakup, which it doesn't work out. I was not patient to that one girl. I was not patient. I've just forced her just to come over or whatever. But that was a long time ago. This is my new room, by the way. I'm talking about the second girlfriend that I used to talk to like 10 years ago, almost. It turns out to be sour after 2 weeks, which is why I got into some personal situation since college. And then after I was out of college for 2 years, I never get to see that girl again. And life lesson learned. And then that middle school girl that I met after 7 years, we got back together. But the truth is, it only lasted like 2 months. At first, we like to talk about our future together, like having kids, getting married, starting a new life together when we move out. But things did not end too well. She blocked me on Instagram, making lies saying how she not use her Instagram, but her account appears on Instagram without me realizing it. And before she blocked me, we did spend time together. We did spend time together. We go out and eat at the buffet, and we went to each other's house for a hangout. But then after that, she went to college just to pursue her career. I know long distance can be tough, but I was not patient also because it was a total mental breakdown that she really misses me. She had a heartache, but then after a couple weeks later, she never told me that she blocked me because she don't use her Instagram. She gave it to her cousin. But then after that, I broke her up because she was lying to me and blocked me because she gave her Instagram to her cousin. And that's really messed up. And then after that, I never get to speak to her or see her after all this. And that really heartbreaks me. And in the time I got my car since 2017, I've been working part time, and since February of 2018, I was really heartbroken. I've been recapping my relationships since college and post college. I was really crying my eyes out, which is why things didn't work out. It was so hard when things happen after breakup. I mean, I do really want a relationship though. I want to start a future. But what people don't even know is that I'm just a regular boy. I do have communication problems, which is why it's hard for me to interact with other people in general. It's not just women. And by the time I went to college, I used that dating app called Tinder, Bumble, Clever, Highly, you name it, or Hinge. Those are the dating apps that I've been using throughout my 20s. Because I wanted to get to dating, but the only advantage and disadvantage is that when it comes to advantage, I like to add people that I like to talk to. But the worst thing is that I got deleted or blocked because they're not even interested in me, which is the sad part. I do want to hang out with them and want to get to know them, but it turns out things went sour at the end. And then I did keep them as friends on my friend list. I did add in girls on my Snapchat just to say hi to them, but sometimes they don't know me or they're not interested in me, which is why it mostly happens to me. And then Valentine's Day come, I get so sad in 2019 again. I tried wanting a girl who loves me for who I am, but it seems like they're not really interested in my sadness. It was so rough. It was just too much for me to bear with it. And then 2020, the same thing. I felt like this is way too much. I felt like I had some hardest mental breakdown that I've been having for a long time. It was so much draining and it was too much. It's a waste of time too. And then when I was posting some Snapchat stories about my life, like everywhere I go, including a park, I sit at the park alone and I was so alone and sad that I did not get to have a girlfriend throughout these years. I tried, but they don't seem to interest me or wanting to get to know me. It was so draining. It's a waste of time. That's why I decided to stop using the dating apps. And then 2021, the same thing when COVID hits. I added them, but I did not get to talk to anyone. I just want to test them to see if they want to talk to me because the way how I talked to them, trying to introduce to them, it did not go well since 2020 or 2019. I tried to like keep myself calm and all that, but it turns out that once I post some sad things about me or when I went crazy, people tend to delete me or block me. Apart from my breakdown, it's just that when life happens, things didn't go as planned. And then 2022 hits, the time when it's the beginning of deleting my old accounts. I was not really happy with my old accounts that people don't have any interest in me and I tried to talk to them, but it turns out they don't really like me no more. They have lack interest or they don't have any kind of interest in things I like to do. Like I like to go hiking, I like to go traveling, road tripping, gaming, anime, K-pop, you name it. That's the thing that real women doesn't really like anime or K-pop or the things that are childish. And then after saying goodbye to one of the people I used to meet throughout the years, I deleted my old account. And in the car meet era, I make some friends here and there because I own a Subaru Impreza. It was great at first when I created my new Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat accounts after heartbreak. But then later in October, I get so unfollowed easily. Not because my contents are boring. Everyone just unfollowed me because they don't have time to go to meets or they don't have time to interact with me. They don't want to connect with me, and that's it. And then when I messaged them, giving them the reason why they unfollow me, they left me blank, like leaving me on read, deliver, and block me. That's the stupidest thing I've seen on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Why everyone does that? I don't fucking get it. And throughout 2023, I continue living my life and trying to still use the dating app. But this time, I did not add them until I get to chat with them. But most of them on the dating just leave me on read, delivered, and ghosted. I feel like it's really, really drains my time and my. I feel like it's really draining me a lot. It's the biggest waste of time on these apps. I try to look for any kind of women who likes K-pop. Here's Anna. Alright, I'll continue on. I try to look for any women who likes K-pop, anime, and gaming. But technically I like K-pop, but sometimes I know I like few idols like BTS, Twice, Stray Kids, Blackpink, you name it. But sometimes I didn't get to know the rest until now. It was such a coincidence that when I make friends who likes K-pop, they're easily interested in me. But alright, bye. You can get out. Go get out. Anyways, the people that I met who likes K-pop, it gets to my attention that I get to exchange my social media to them, like Snapchat, Instagram, or Facebook. And then sometimes the connection with them is kind of hard because they live long distance. It was kind of difficult for me to bear with them during long distance. It was not easy for me to handle because I was not patient enough. I was so desperate that I really, really want to meet them so bad. But a couple months later, somewhat, I deleted them off or they deleted me because we don't even have time to talk to each other, or they're busy, or they have lack interest in me. And in 2024 of Valentine's Day, I get really, really sad when I have to recap all these hates from car meets, dating, you know. I never date anyone at the car meets because even though they have lack of interest in me, I mean, while they were on their phones doing their Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook stories, I do my own thing. I do my own thing one step at a time, doing my thing, like talking to the camera, blogging, practicing my talking skills and all that. But the truth is, when you get to know me as a photographer or content creator or vlogger, you get to know my communicating skills, but not all, not perfect. It's just that it takes one step at a time for me to talk to the camera, talk to the, like talking to the audience and stuff. Well, continue on with this years experience of dating. I finally get to meet people as a photographer. Well, to be honest, I never asked them to go on a date because I was a photographer. I know as a photographer, it was so creepy for me to approach them, ask them to be my girlfriend, but I never did. But I was so busy doing my own thing, trying to accomplish my goal for my photography business. But until later on, people who I used to shoot with just unfollow me because they don't want to connect, or they don't want to keep up with my photo work. It's ruining my business reputation, and I don't like that. I know it's hard to make friends until the end that people want to leave, that all my photo work, my contents are boring or not good enough, which is why people leave. But then 2025 hits. I met this one girl since summertime before I leave to and from Japan. I would like to say Japan was really great, but it looks really different when I go there. But I won't explain all that until the next video. Anyways, the girl that I met since the summer, she was really nice, but sometimes she can be mean. The worst mistake that I did to her was me leaving her undelivered, seeing the same way as women did. And she does not like it when I did that. And the dry texting, which I get from other women too. It's the same way I did to her, and she got mad at me because she did not like it. She does not like my drag texting, leaving her on read, and all that. And she doesn't like me following other women too, which is why I unfollowed women on Instagram, which I don't really interact with, because I spend my days talking to her on Instagram, and the way just to like be cool and all. But until later, she blocked me or deleted me on social medias and wanting me to leave her alone, give her space. But then after a few weeks or a few days of taking a break from taking a break from talking to each other, we finally get to meet each other in person. We get to go to the beach. We spent so much time talking to each other. We went to several places like the beach, the movies, and all that. In the park, we were well. Everything that I said in this video, it's very personal, and I don't want to like explain all this. But we did have fun at the beach. We did have fun in the park, at the movies, and at the beach. But after the beach, things went sour. Things went sour between us. It was so horrible. It is way too soon to end things early because of how it is. And I was really heartbroken, and I lay in my bed crying all night, missing her. And then it was so difficult. And then after a few weeks or a month, I decided to live on and stop talking to her. But until I did some stupid shit, things went sour, and it was so horrible. It was so horrible of us, and then I felt so guilty that I did something wrong to her. Like really, I'm just a burden to her. I felt guilty that I was never. I felt guilty that I was never be able to find another woman in my life again, or another relationship. It was so horrible. It was so wrong of me that I did. I had to admit it. But then after she virtually disappeared, I never get to talk to her again. But it is how it is. It's already over anyways. The last girl that I used to talk to, she prefers a guy who's private and not following other girls. But for me, I am a content creator, and I get to follow whoever I want, and whoever wants to be on my posts or on my videos or on my photo shoot. I gotta be careful next time who I go out with, because overall, I've been single for the last 6 months and 8 years of loneliness on Valentine's Day. It was such a coincidence that if I turn 30 and not able to get married or start a future plan, my life will be basically collapsed, and it won't do me no good. I'm 29 and I still have a long way to go. I'll be finding someone else. I will try to smile. I will think about trying to smile on Valentine's Day, especially with the parents for this year. But it won't be easy because I've been dealing with a lot of loneliness, depression, anxiety for over years. How ugly I was for years until I make myself a change. I mean, I still look the same, but the older I get, the wiser I get. But yeah. Again, I will try my best embracing my 20s for the last time, because 2026 will be my last year to be 29 until I'm 30 next year. 2026 will be my last year of being in my 20s, which I am 29 right now until I'm 30. I will stay positive. With everything still goes on and time flies by for me, I've been in my head most times. But from now on this year, I will stay positive and progress myself in the future. I will stay happy. I will smile at the camera for you guys. I know it's so hard because I've been through emotional pain myself during Valentine's Day. It's so hard for me to like smile on Valentine's Day because it's just another day, and I never had Valentine from someone or anyone in my life who truly loves me. It's so hard right now because nobody even want to have time for me, or when I try to talk to them, no one listen. When I try to love them, they don't love me back. All I did is I make content and I'm self-made. I do this for myself. I work my ass off getting 2,000 subscribers and a lot of followers. For those who didn't know about me, this is who I am as a person, as a content creator. I'm not here to like heartbreak you or anything. I like to do what I like to do. Camera, cars, photographing portraits, you name it. There's a lot of stuff you like to get to know me during this vlog. It's not gonna be easy for me to say this, but that's all you need to know. And that's all my relationship experience I talked about. Even though it's very short term, but I'll probably try my best with my communication skills and content making and being consistent on YouTube and on social media. I'll try my best though. Don't worry because I might cry on Valentine's again because after 6 months of breakup, the sadness just brought me back again. But I try to cry, but I cry, but it really gets me into emotional problems. Emotional pain I've been going through since my own girl left me. I got abandoned. My photography business just out of business. It really sad. It really saddens me, man. It really heartbreaks me. I lost everything the moment I got left alone. But that's not all of it. A lot of people from car meets, from beaches, or anywhere, unfollow me because I did not have time to make content or they don't want to connect. I feel like I lost everything. I lost everything from my old accounts. But I am here now full time, and I already made other accounts that I already did. I'll put my accounts in the description down below to see, including my full page. But I tried not to cry, but I cried because I lost everything. I lost my girl. I lost my photography business. Lost everything. But here I am. I am back on this page and my new photo page that I just started a few months ago. But I'm back to it. I'm now doing videos, including vlogging and all that. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to end this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment if you want. So don't forget to follow my social medias if you want. I want to say, throughout my experience, I just want to say that yes, those relationships or kind of dating that I had been dealing with, those kind of relationships or dating that I had, they do not last that long. Only 2 months, which is not enough. But this is who I am as a person, and I'm trying to stay consistent here. So it's not the end of the world. I might not get sad or might be sad because of my breakup. 6 month breakup, 8 years of loneliness. It was so hard. I wasted my 20s just to get sad over Valentine. But after I'm 30, that's the reason why it comes to the realization that I cannot take this shit anymore. And I don't like it. I'm over it. Once I'm 30, my life won't be the same. And I'm going to different directions in life. And that's all you need to know. Alright guys, I'm gonna head to bed and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be positive on most platforms as best as I can and put a smile on the face. But I won't go anywhere. I'm still here. I like to make contents the way I like to do. It's not the end until the end of the world. But alright guys, peace!